Hi everyone, Connor here from Team Blockdaemon, and today we present a tutorial designed to show you the process of using the Blockdaemon Ethereum Staking Reporting API. With Blockdaemon's Ethereum Staking Reporting API, you can quickly and easily access Ethereum staking information, which can be used for financial data analysis if you wish. The Ethereum Staking Reporting API endpoints allow the retrieval of staking data from the Ethereum mainnet and Goerli testnet. The Blockdaemon Staking Reporting API provides developers with access to a variety of staking information across blockchain protocols. With the API, you can access data including validator status, rewards, and activity. It's important to note from the outset that there are different endpoints available to you depending on the Ethereum staking data you need. First, we'll cover the API call, which returns the current stake and rewards allocated by a user-defined validator address. After this, we'll go through how you can configure the time interval with which you'd like to retrieve historical validator reward data. To begin, please ensure you are logged into the Blockdaemon app. From within the app, please proceed to API Connect, then API Keys. Select Create API Key and a dialog box will appear. This is the point at which you should designate a name for your new API key. Once named, click Create API Key to generate it. To copy the key, simply click on it. Retain this key as we will use it shortly. Next, we will refer to the Blockdaemon API documentation. In the Get Code section, you will find a URL. We'll now need an API platform to run this request. In this tutorial, I'll be using the Postman desktop app. Here, navigate to the Authorization tab, select Type Bearer Token, and input your previously copied Blockdaemon API key. As we're making a GET request, paste the code snippet mentioned previously from the Blockdaemon API documentation. Ensure that Ethereum is specified as the protocol and mainnet as the network, and that you've inserted your validator address. Please verify all fields for accuracy. Once confirmed, click Send. Your returned data will appear below. Let's break down what each field means. First off, we have the address. This is the unique identifier of the validator in the Ethereum network. Next is currency. In this case, it's ETH, which stands for Ethereum. The return field shows the amount of ETH the validator has generated in rewards. This reward is given for participating in the network and validating transactions. Time start and time end are the starting and ending timestamps, respectively. In this case, the data we have is for a 1-day period, from the start of when the data is recorded to its end. The time aggregation field indicates the time frame over which this data is aggregated. Here it is aggregated daily. The starting balance represents how much Ethereum this validator started with at the beginning of the period. Finally, the metadata section contains additional useful details. Validator index is a unique number assigned to each validator. Protocol rewards shows how much ETH the validator secured from the Ethereum protocol for their services. TX fee rewards would display the amount generated in transaction fees, but here it's 0 as this validator did not get chosen to propose a block during the time frame. And MEV rewards stands for maximum extractable value, which refers to the rewards a validator can make through their ability to include, exclude, or reorder transactions within the block they produce. This is also 0 in our example, again due to no block processed during that day. Now, let's dive into how you'd retrieve previous historical staking rewards by letting you configure the time interval for reward data. Blockdaemon has 2 endpoints available for this. The first endpoint allows you to get the historical stake and rewards of a validator, while the second allows you to get the historical stake and rewards of multiple validators. Links to documentation for both will be added to the video description below. However, in this video, I'll show you how to retrieve staking reward data using the endpoint for multiple validators, as this covers both one and multiple validator addresses. The way you construct the API request, however, will be similar no matter which of the 2 endpoints you're using. First and foremost, however, please ensure you have carried out the prerequisite task of generating your unique Blockdaemon API key, as outlined earlier in the video, before you follow the steps below. Assuming you have already, let's dive in. First, we'll refer to the Blockdaemon API documentation. You can find a link to the docs for the historical Ethereum Staking Reporting API in the description box of this video. Here, you'll find a URL in the Get Code section. In a few moments, we'll need to copy this snippet of text. We'll now need an API platform to run this request. In this tutorial, I'll be using the Postman desktop app. If you haven't already done so, navigate to the Authorization tab, select Type Bearer Token, and input the API key you previously created in the Blockdaemon app. We're making a post request, so ensure the post option is selected. Paste the URL snippet from the Blockdaemon API documentation into the request field. Next, you'll need to add the time parameters you'd like to query. I'll head over to the body tab within the Postman app. Note that in this section I've selected raw and JSON options. Now, you'll need to enter the timestamps for the specific time period of staking rewards using from time and to time parameters, which are outlined in the Blockdaemon docs page. Please note, both of these parameters require timestamps in milliseconds. If you'd like to convert dates and times to milliseconds, you can use an online tool, such as the one found at epochconverter.com. You also have the option to configure the time unit parameter for the data you'd like to retrieve. So for example, if you'd like to retrieve staking reward data spanning across a week of time, you can set the time unit parameter to give you a breakdown of rewards across each day. You can set the time unit to give you a snapshot of your rewards by day, week, or even month. I've already populated these fields with some data, and once I've confirmed all the details, I'll click send. Let's briefly review what each field means. First off, we have the address. This is the unique identifier of the validator in the Ethereum network. Next is currency. In this case, it's ETH. The return field shows the amount of ETH the validator has generated in rewards in blocks of 24-hour periods, as we have the time unit set to return rewards each day. This is reflected in the time aggregation field. The span of time across which daily rewards are returned is determined by time start and time end, the starting and ending timestamps respectively. The starting balance represents how much Ethereum this validator started with at the beginning of the period. Finally, the metadata section confirms additional useful details. Validator index is a unique number assigned to each validator. Protocol rewards shows how much ETH the validator secured from the Ethereum protocol for their services in this specific time unit. TX fee rewards would display the amount generated in transaction fees, but here it's 0, as this validator did not get chosen to propose a block during this time frame. And MEV rewards stands for maximum extractable value, which refers to the rewards a validator can make through their ability to include, exclude, or reorder transactions within the blocks they produce. This is also 0 in our example, again, due to no block processed during that day. So there you have it. You're now able to decode Ethereum Validator Staking Reward API requests, understanding every bit of information about a validator's stake and rewards, both current and historical. Once you have tested the API and are familiar with its endpoints, you can start integrating it into your application or using it for your own data analysis for rapid access to Ethereum staking data. Stay tuned by subscribing to Blockdaemon's YouTube channel for more deep dives into the world of Ethereum's blockchain. But until next time, we wish you successful staking.